Everybody, welcome back to another reaction. It's your boy Lance here for episode 4 of Days with My Stepsister. Yep. Yeah, I'm curious to see what episode 4 gives us because episode 3 pretty much gave us our girl's feelings, how she is really starting to really fall in love with our main protagonist there. Um, but yeah, let's dive into what we get.
極めて微妙なポジションにある存在だと気づき始めている。
Oh, I love
自
that
分が過ごし
shot.
ているだけの他人とは言えないのではなかろうかと。
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. I mean,
ただ、
everyone,
では
when
ど
you're
う
first
して
moving into somebody, it's still, they're still can be a stranger, right? Even if you've lived together for or in a relationship together for a long time, moving in together changes things, is what I'm meaning to say.
ただいま、綾瀬さん。
A lot of movement with these characters, which I'm
私に現代文を教えて。
damn, she all up in the personal space. Oh, she got a 38. That's why she wants to be tutored. Plus, it's a way to get closer.
ないと夏休みに歩行を受けないといけないんだって。
Yeah, no one wants to do that shit.
避けたい展開だね。
夏休みから普通にバイトしようと思ってたの。
hmm
ごめん。俺が高額バイトを見つけられな
No, it's not on you, my guy.
いや、浅村君を
It's not up to you to find this well-paying job. You took it upon yourself to find it, but it's not your responsibility to do that.
現代文の勉強。俺でよければ協力させ
Well,
て。
she asked you, my dude, so yeah. I really like people like it's like people may really hate this with how slow and deliberate these shots are, but I just think it's perfect. I said this last episode, but lingering on shots, I think just does so much for the attention and the mood of the shot.
けど、小説問題の後の方は空欄が目立ってる。
Did you not read the book?
小説で苦戦して時間が足りなくなったパターンで合ってる？
そうなの。
Yeah, it's hard for her to emote that.
ってつまり恋愛的な意味で好きってことだよね。
Now that could be the I haven't read the book obviously, but that could be the responsibility of the author who didn't do a good enough job of putting that forward,
きっと
or
彼はミネコが他の男
she just didn't understand it, which could be both, either or.
ってるの？でも本人にやめてほしいって言ってないよね。嫌なら主張すれ
No,
ば
people are complicated though.
まあ、
Very complicated.
相手とのコミュニケーションは心理的ハードルが高いんじゃないかな。
My therapist, always, and people who've watched this channel enough know my therapist always tells me the hardest thing for two people to do is have open and honest communication with each other.
よくわからない。
じゃあ、本音を言えない場面を想像したらどうかな。
Like right now, where she's falling in love with you.
人に対しての気持ちとか。
Oh,
初恋の人に対しての気
she doesn't actually understand what that is yet, though. I don't think she mentioned it, but
正しい選択ができなかった。
she's getting there.
ない。
ない。恋
Yeah.
愛経験とか皆無だし。
Last episode, she just says she's experiencing
浅村君
this closeness with him.
言われてみたらないかも。
hmm
ないんだ。
ダメ？
別に。ただ、同じく恋愛未経験だとしたら、現代文の点数とは無関係って結論になる。
I want to know what love is. I want you to show me. I had to. Sorry, chat. Sorry, commenters.
感情移入で解くのをやめよう。感情を読めないものは読めないと割り切ってさ。
当てずっぽう作戦？
Well, not necessarily. You don't have to you don't have to empathize with them.
数式に当てはめるパズル。
But if the writer does a decent enough job, you should be able to tell, okay, this person likes this person
歴史は高得点だったよね。
without outright saying it, right?
暗記すれ
You can
ば
kind of tell in anime when somebody likes somebody by the actions they
現
do.
代文は作品とそれが書かれた時代背景を記憶しておけば、意外と何が書かれてるか把握しやすい。
では平均90点近くをず
Yeah.
っとキープしてるんだ。
That's really good, actually, especially Japanese high schools.
はい。そんな優秀な奈良坂さんに
I
教
think
えてほしいことがあります。
in high school, I was a pretty good student. I was mostly A's, some B's. Senior year, though, I dipped a little bit, got some C's because I was taking classes to figure out what I wanted to do, and if I didn't want to do the class anymore, I just stopped going to the class.
何か含みを感じる。
いやいや、
Luckily, I had teachers that were like, "Oh, I was like, engineering, right? I took engineering class thinking I wanted to do engineering. Not for me." And so I told my teacher, "Look, I just in the end, I know this isn't for me anymore." It was too late to actually be able to drop the class, but he was like, "Look, I totally get it. I'm glad you do that. At least come by and tell me you're here,
だから、
and then we'll go. We'll see what we can get you to do. You still got to take the finals and all that shit, and the quizzes and the tests." I barely squeaked by that class.
そっか。でも私、特別なことは何もしてないよ。
Yeah, she sees how much he actually cares for her and her studying and her grades.
BGM を聞いてるくらいかな。
それはいいかも。奈良坂さんのおすすめの。
Hmm.
ないよ。
え
アプリのおすすめを適当に聞いてるだけだよ。自分で探すのめんどいもん。
I've never been a good listen to music person studying.
ほんといいお兄ちゃんじゃん。
I need background noise, yeah, but music not so much.
この程度でいいや
Come to think of it, I wish I would have known because, like I said, recently, past few months, I was diagnosed with ADHD, and it explains a lot in when I was a child. I wonder how much better I would have been at studying, actually studying, because I hated studying. If I would have actually been properly diagnosed as a child, right? I hate that. I hate that so much. That's like so much. I hate that. I feel you, girl.
大げさな。
もう年だから筋肉痛は2日遅れでやってくるし
At my age, girl, I am 37. I feel that shit almost same day.
帰ります。
Sob, sob.
新しい女ができたから私を捨てるのねもっと私に優しくしてよ今から寂しくぼっちご飯だし可愛い妹さんとの体験談でも聞かせてよ出てるんだ
ええ。特定のジャンルとかピンとくるものは。
They say classical, I think, is the best genre for it, but I don't know. Like I said, I was never good at using music
おすすめあるかも
to study.
ねえ
TV background noise is pretty much was it for me. Sports Center, ESPN.
私も勉強に集中しやすい音楽が欲しくていろいろ探してたの
Changing positions, like changing areas where I studied was a big for me.
いい音質で確認したいでしょ
はい。そうですね。
Don't put those in your ears unless you clean them off with like a thing.
じゃあ再生するよ
Never mind.
はい。
Lo-fi. It's lo-fi sounding. I don't know if you would classify it as lo-fi, but it's close. Close my eyes and listen to it. It's not bad. It's got a decent enough upbeat that I don't feel like you would fall asleep to it. I had to look at the time, make sure they didn't just transition to the ending, which I would have been like, that is badass. That was a good way to transition that into her a scene with her.
すごくいい
勉強用の BGM に試してみたらどうかなって。
ありがとうでもよく知ってたね
I don't.
実は俺も初耳だし。
He didn't.
バイト先の先輩に。
Okay. I bet say he's not gonna tell her where she found it.
あの人でしょ美人で博識なお姉さん
ああ、うん。いいじゃん。
God damn, this show's good.
本当に俺、綾瀬さんからもらいっぱなしだからさ。
Because I just love how it feels like a real conversation between two people,
少しでも返せたらなって思って。
especially two people getting to know each other. Listen, like,
ありがとう
I would love to show this to a narrative class, dude.
あ、そのままでいいよ。洗い物は俺の方でやるから。
ありがとう
There you go. Don't fight it. Just say thanks. Once again, I love that they just use a lot of character movements for the animation.
おやすみ、浅村くん。
Aw,
おやすみ。
god damn it. I'm good. Damn. I really like the show a lot, dude. This is definitely in my top threes for best new shows this season. This and Alaya. That's just so good. The chemistry between it's like it's slowly building, and I love how you can kind of feel that progression as this series has gone, and how they're opening up to each other more and more, and how they generally do care for each other. We've seen more on in his end. We know her feelings, obviously, that she's getting closer, closer to this feeling of love. Not quite there yet. While he is just doing his best to help her out as much as possible. So I just love how they're both kind of invading each other's walls, so to speak, and opening to each other. And the friends are great. I mean, like I said, I'm hoping we don't have weird romantic love triangle shit between those two, and then a third girl. Um, I wouldn't be upset with it. I just rather we see that enough, right? And I still think the biggest drama and trauma that's going to come is from once we get the father and the ex mother back into the picture. That's going to be the big drama point. That's what I'm hoping is right, um, because that's really going to change things up. But once again, though, I could totally see if people interesting. A late show in the real deal. So does he go on a date with the senpai? Interesting. Interesting. She is a nice girl though. The senpai is nice. Um, because he is a nice dude, right? So, but like I was saying, I really wouldn't fault people for bailing out of this show because of how slow it is, and it's purposely slow. If slice of life isn't for you, that's definitely this is the point where I think if slice of life is not for you and you're not vibing with the show, this is definitely the point you probably should jump off because yeah, it's slow, but I'm riveted by what they're saying. I'm on the edge of my seat. What they're saying. I can feel the chemistry between them two growing closer and closer. Um, and how they generally do want to help each other. I really love the show. Really like this show. And once again, it's one of those shows that don't let the title fool you just yet. I mean, eventually I could see this end up being them together, of course. And but you would just think it's trashy. It's not trashy. This is actually a really so far a decently almost well told story, right? I can't call it until we get the ending and all that stuff, but that's not the point. There's something else I would say is I would definitely if we don't get a second season announcement, I want to read it. I want to know what's happening currently in the story. Maybe I'll check out the first volume once I know the first volume has been covered. Which people let me know down below if that's the case. If they've done the first volume by now, so I can go read it. But I don't know. Just another good, solid episode. Let me know your thoughts down below. Like, comment, share, subscribe. All the good jazz, and we'll talk to you soon. Or I'll talk to you soon. Peace.